Bonjour. Bonjour les amis. Bonjour, bonjour. Bienvenue. Coucou, coucou. Ah, I see somebody just arrived. Bienvenue, bienvenue. Comment ça va? Welcome to the seventh heaven. Ah, let's see. Up. Hello. Bonjour, Bruce. I couldn't see before. Now I can. Perfect. Good. They're coming in. Okay, so I'm going to have a problem reading today because I'm kind of standing far away from the from the phone with my old eyes. Bonjour les amis, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing? Bonjour. I know there's a delay in the comments. I always have to remember that. I see new names. I see names I've seen here for a little while. Welcome to our new friends, our new club members. Welcome to our founding members as well. This little adventure started 5 months ago already. Hi from Woodinville, my old town or city where I used to live. Bonjour tout le monde. Okay, so I think I'll jump in because we are here today to talk about packing. That's a big topic for travel. I have a light facing me because it's really dark in here, so there may be a reflection in my glasses. I apologize, but hopefully you can still see me. Maybe if I kept my nose down, it wouldn't show so much. Yes, welcome. Yeah, it's always more fun to join live because we can interact a little bit more. So I have a lot to share. What I'll do is I'll take breaks in between and you'll have a chance to jump in with comments and questions. So don't be surprised. I can't really read from where I stand. I'm a little far away, but I will take breaks so that you can ask questions and comment on what I am showing or explaining. Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound good for you? I have a microphone pretty close to me. Could you confirm that the sound is good? I was going to say just thumbs up, but that wouldn't work, right? Just a reflection from the phone. You mean the reflection because and the light is right above it. So there's nothing much I can do. Is that okay though? And you can hear me. Good. Thank you. Okay. So as you know, I came back yesterday to the seventh heaven, my studio under Parisian rooftops. You are now standing in what is essentially my living room, my bedroom, my office. It's the room. This is a 265 square foot studio. So not much space. And I did some laundry when I got back yesterday, but because we were doing this, I couldn't really put anything away. So I've been camping. I camped overnight. I have my bags. I have a few things that I put away already, all waiting here to be shown. It's a show and tell, right? So so why don't we start? I don't know where to start. I'm surrounded by stuff. It's like I'm having a garage sale or something. Let's start with the bags. Here we go. Now, you will all recognize this guy. I often say that, bonjour everyone. I often say that my bags are more recognizable than I am when I am in airports and people sometimes recognize me. It's because of the bags. So this bag is a fabulous bag. It's by Away Travel. Now, one disclaimer, I do not get anything on the names that I am mentioning. The only times I would get something is if I say it's in the French Girl in Seattle boutique, and then I would make a small commission if you went and purchased something through Amazon or whatnot. But in this case, the bag, I don't make anything. This bag has been with me for 5 years. It is by Away Travel and it is their large carry-on. It comes in many great colors. it is not what you would call a lightweight bag. So this bag is probably 7 pounds, 8 pounds when it's empty. It's a very lightweight, what's the word I'm looking for? This is very lightweight. But once it's full, this is a bag, you know how they tell you if you fly and if it's a carry-on bag, you should be able to put it up in the bin above your head. I would have a hard time. I traveled for 4 weeks with this bag and came back yesterday. I would have a hard time lifting this bag when it was full and putting it up there if I was flying. But there might be somebody to help me do that, or I could check it in. This is what they call a smart suitcase. So it comes with a battery, which I used a lot when I traveled on business in the US. So there's a battery here right under the handle, and you can charge your computer, your laptop, your phone. It works really well. If you put this in the hold of the plane, you need to remove the battery. They won't let you leave it in there. But this bag has been with me, like I said, for 5 years. Its best feature, other than the space inside, are the wheels. Those wheels have gone through medieval towns, cobbled streets. I'm not saying they do that quietly, but you can just walk with this bag next to you and it just glides. It's a beautiful bag. So again, this is the larger carry-on by Away Travel. They have a smaller size carry-on, and now I've seen that they also have expendable suitcases, so a different build from this one, right? So here we go. This was the main one. The other bag that you will recognize is this beautiful bag. Bonjour, bonjour everyone. Sorry I'm not greeting you. I can barely read from where I stand, but I will take a break later and you can ask questions. So this bag here is, in fact, I don't need my glasses if there is a reflection. I'll put them on later. So how about that? Then no more reflection, hopefully. So this is the OMG by Lowe & Sons, which is a New York-based company. This bag was not cheap. I bought it for business travel, again, at least 5 years ago. I'm not typing anything now, but what I will do is when I upload the feed from this chat, I will have all of the names listed. It will be a YouTube link, and I will have all of the companies listed in there and the names. So you will have all that information eventually, okay? So the OMG, which they don't make anymore, has always been a wonderful bag. One of its great features is that it's open here, so I can slide it on the handle of my suitcase so that they travel together hand in hand. I never have to worry about it. It's a very roomy bag for my work stuff. This is the bag I used when I travel as a tour guide. This is a bag I used for corporate travel in the US. There is a padded section for my laptop and my iPad, lots of storage, lots of pockets. Another great feature is that it has this pocket right here on the side that fits very comfortably a big pair of shoes like my sneakers, which that's what it carried during this trip. It can also fit a lot of things right here, and so the pocket is inside and there's still plenty of room. So again, this is the OMG. They don't make this one anymore, but they make a slightly larger one. Lowe & Sons, the bag is called the OG. It's a little larger, too large for me because I'm short, but they have colors, and again, not a cheap bag, but right now I think I checked out earlier, they have a 40% sale going on, Lowe & Sons. So I'll put that in the notes as well. So these are my work bags. One of them carries my clothes and miscellaneous. The other one carries all my work stuff, laptop, electronics, papers, guide, notes, whatever. So what do I wear? I need to have a day bag as well. For day bags, I like crossbody bags, or I like a backpack. So if I was to go for a crossbody bag, I use this Rick Steves iPad bag. I really like it. It comes in, I like it in part because I get a good discount on it. So that's why I like it. It's a cheap bag. It's $40 on its website. But this is a great bag because it expands and it fits an iPad comfortably. And to tell you the truth, I have used it for my 11-inch math book as well. It was tight when I went to Nantes, but it fit in here, which is amazing. And it has some storage pockets, more here inside, a padded pocket, etc. So this would be my crossbody bag. I can have my, I'm trying to read. Good, some people are typing. I'm glad to see this. So this would be the crossbody choice for me if I was traveling with a group of tour members or on my own. I used that one in Nantes in July. On this trip though, I wanted, because I knew I'd be live streaming, I wanted a backpack. And I know some people hate backpacks. There are all types of backpacks. I like dressy looking, urban looking backpacks. This wonderful bag has been with me again for several years. It is listed in the French Girl in Seattle boutique. It's a Rebecca Minkoff. It comes in different colors, I believe. This is my favorite color because I can, tie a little scarf to it and bring up the color. It doesn't get dirty, and it's wonderful. Now, you may not like it because it's nylon and it's floppy. So you may not like that, but even then, it's easy to stay organized with this bag because it has two side pockets. One here, I have my, what do you call this? The gel, the hand sanitizer, and the stuff to clean my glasses. On the other side, I might have my lipstick, whatever. And then huge space inside. It fit my selfie stick, my backup battery, a lot of stuff. And what I like is the private pocket, the secret pocket in the back. So my wallet, which is a smaller wallet when I travel, this is my wallet. And also this waterproof pouch where I have my driver's license, my ID. And if I go to the beach anywhere, to the swimming pool, and I don't want to bring all my stuff, I would bring this because I would even put my phone in there because it's waterproof. So that's really handy. And all of that and more fits in this back pocket. And for safety reasons, pickpockets and all those fun people, this is great because once this pocket is zipped up, then it sits against my back and nobody can get to it. So I love this bag. I carry it. It's been on many trips with me. And this is what I brought for 4 weeks on this trip. So this is what I would have as a day bag. It fits obviously a bottle of water as well, sunglasses, whatnot. So now we've covered the bags. Let's see if you have any questions about the bags before I go on. Eyes back on. Okay, are they scrolling? Are the comments scrolling? Do you have any questions about the bags themselves? Oh, 48 people are here. Welcome, my friends, especially if you are new members. Welcome to La Bande de Véro, and thank you for joining us. So I don't know if you have comments. I cannot see them. Nothing is popping up. I see Heather's comment. I think she was talking to somebody. Okay. Well, if there are no questions right now, we can have them later. No worries. So, the single most important thing for me, I'm a pretty organized person. I'm a planner and a very organized person. I like the color of the backpack with its gold accents. Yeah. I don't know what size it is, but you can find the description. It's sold through Amazon, and you can find the description on the French Girl in Seattle boutique. So you go to FrenchGirlInSeattle.com, and then you go to boutique, and in the boutique you have travel essentials, and you will see this green bag in there. It's in there, as a few other things I'll mention along the way, and it's been there for a while because that's my favorite backpack. So as I was saying, I am very organized, and one thing I like to do is travel with packing cubes. And I know packing cubes are hugely popular for good reason. I'm a little picky with my packing cubes. I've tried a couple of different models. I found that the ones that work the best are the see-through ones, like this one. I know they have color-coded systems and fancy ones with names on them. I don't care. Last year I traveled for 6 months with Rick Steves Europe as a tour guide all over France. We change hotels every 2 days. I live out of my suitcase. The suitcase remains open in the room. In the morning, if I know what I'm going to wear, I look at this, you know, this would be open like this, and then I would have all my stuff in here, and I can see it right away. So the ones I use are Rick Steves. Why? Because I get a good discount on them, and I've found them to be pretty good. So I use the Rick Steves packing cubes, but there are others out there, obviously. When I pack my tops, so this would have all my tops in it, and I'm trying to show you. I hope you can see. Cell phone charging. I'll talk about that in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll start from long sleeves to short sleeves normally. So for this trip, it was summer. I knew it was going to be hot. So in the summer, and usually in the spring and fall, my long sleeve of choice will be a marinière, une marinière, which is a sailor shirt. I have many. This is a new one I bought in Brittany in July, and I love the color. Something I should mention is that two of my favorite colors in my wardrobe every day, but especially when I travel, are khaki. I call this khaki. I don't know what army green, I guess. And then blue, navy blue. I find those colors go well together. They go with a lot of stuff. And because my favorite color is orange, you will see that the colors I pick all go together. So my long sleeve, in case it got a little chilly, it never really did, was this beautiful marinière or sailor shirt, which is kind of a mid-weight one. I figured it'd be fine and I could wear a sweater on top if it got really cold. It never did. We had a heat wave. And then next to that, I would have my long sleeves or 3/4 length sleeves, and I had two on this trip. This, I was trying out this one and I loved it. Now, this is a tunic. I would call this tunique. So it's above my knees. It looks like a dress, but it's much shorter. And the story behind this is I found it in a darling little shop in Brittany with my cousin in July, and the lady made these with recycled clothing. So she's the one she got this old shirt and then she put all these accents on it. She stitched them on it. So I love the looks of it. And once I put it on, you see the back? It has this cute little, you can tighten this cute little belt-like knot in the back. When I put it on, I was shocked at how soft and comfortable it was. I can roll up the sleeves. It has a little something to hold the sleeves rolled up. And this quickly became my favorite travel shirt. I traveled around a lot for 4 weeks and I had this comfortable shirt on, and it was lovely because in the TGV, in the high-speed train, the air conditioning can get a little cold. I get cold easily. So I like to have a travel shirt, something I can wear if it gets chilly or to travel with. And I had a second one. This one is dressier. This one I picked up at a market as I was touring with Rick Steves last year. It's made in Italy. Italy. The fabric is very soft. The colors are very pretty, and it goes with everything. Now, some of you already know the story of this shirt. I picked it up in the morning once very quickly at the market because I had destroyed one of my shirts at the laundromat. I went to the market before we boarded the coach and picked up this shirt because I saw this and I thought it was lovely for 20 euros, made in Italy. I went back to my hotel room, put it on, then turned around in the mirror and saw this. My fellow tour guide, who was my assistant on the tour, laughed his head off and said, "Just wear a sweater." But then he was teasing me all day in the microphone, telling people they should ask me to take off the sweater. So it doesn't matter if there's this thing in the back, because I tell you what, this quickly became one of my favorite traveling shirts. I love wearing it. It's very soft. And again, when you are in an air-conditioned place, it's really nice to wear. It's very comfortable. After that, I had some short sleeves one. So I had my favorite color. I said orange. This is a really nice little top made of linen that I bought in Nice last year when it got too hot to wear anything else. I made the most of this one. A cute little top, again, navy blue and army green. Like I said, it goes with a lot of things and it's not too fitted. It's actually a Banana Republic t-shirt. I've had it for many years. Great cotton, Egyptian cotton, very nice quality. And then I like to have two dressy tops. The dressy tops are if I am going to go to a restaurant or meet a friend in the evening or during the day. I had no fancy functions on this trip. This would really determine what you're packing, as you know, nice shoes, a nice dress, etc. If you know you're going to go out to fancy places. I had no such plans, but I wanted to have a couple of nice tops. And so those nice tops, this one is from Uniqlo, UNIQLO, you know, the Japanese store. I call them the Japanese Gap. I love this shirt. It washes very easily. It's sleeveless. You can wear a little cardigan, a sweater on top. And because it's so loose, it's very comfortable at night. You dress it up with a really nice necklace and it looks very, very good. So this was one of my two nicer tops. The other one is this one. 3/4 sleeves. You can see patterns. If you take patterns, it's really hard to wear with other patterns. You have to be careful, but because my pants and shorts were plain, I could pull this off. And this is really fun. It's got lots of colors in it, and I wore a pretty necklace with it. And because it had those short sleeves, it was really pleasant to wear at night. And finally, I had a lightweight sweater. I always have, in the summer, I always have a lightweight sweater. It's nothing much, it's cotton, it's very light, very lightweight, and it's that army green that I have that goes well with orange, like I can put it on top of this, I can put it on top of that, and even if this is longer, it's still going to look good because all the colors mix and match. So, this is for the tops. Let's see if you have questions, because I've seen comments scroll by, but I couldn't see a thing. Yeah, I see you're chatting. Okay, good. So I'll answer questions at the end. I think it's going to be easier to do. So these were my tops. And again, packing cubes. Another reason to use packing cubes is whether you live like I do out of your suitcase or not, is if you're staying somewhere for 4 or 5 days and you want to unpack, I never unpack. What I do is I take the large packing cube, that's the large size one with my tops in it, I put it inside the drawer at the hotel, and I feel like it's a little cleaner to do that anyway. So my stuff never really gets out of there unless I use it. So my suitcase, the one I showed you, fits a large size packing cube, and next to it on the same side, it's so deep, I can actually fit at least 2 more that would be medium size. So I would have another medium size one. Again, this is a Rick Steves packing cube. See how deep it is? I like that it's really deep. This one would fit all my underwear, socks, little calico shirts, whatever I need. So that's the second one. Underwear, I had a question. I think Jen asked a question. Gentlemen are here, so we're not going to go too much into detail for underwear. But I know there are very expensive brands of underwear. And you can pay up to $20, $25 for one piece of underwear. Again, one of my favorite stores is Uniqlo. They have a website if you don't have a store near you in the United States, and they have those great underpants that come in many different colors and different cuts, and they are like paper. You wash them in the sink in the morning, a couple of hours later they are dry, and I love these things. I always buy new ones. When they get a little old, I just replace them. Very affordable, Uniqlo. That's what would be in that second packing cube, basically. For the bottoms, I've showed you the tops. I had 3 pairs of pants and 2 pairs of shorts. Let's see, so these were the prettier shorts. They are by a French brand you may know called Armor Luxe. They are the main competitor of St. James, you know, the nautical wear. They are navy blue and I really like them. There's a zipper here on the side, on the left side, and then in the front they're very flattering. You have those buttons, and they're not short shorts. They are more like Bermuda shorts, but they stop above the knee. I find that with the tops I brought, they looked really dressy, and I really enjoyed wearing them. The other pair was more of a, I would say an off-white or a kind of a beige color, and again they went with everything. For the pants, I hope that's not too much detail. I'm trying to answer questions I had. I had 3 pairs of pants and I only used 2. You know how you always pack stuff you don't end up using. Well, so these pants, again, Uniqlo. I bought them last year for the touring season, and I don't think the screen shows the color exactly right. They're more of a rust color, and they are cotton and linen and pretty loose. See how comfortable they are here at the waist. And so these pants you can roll up to give them more of a casual look. You can dress them up, dress them down, super comfortable. They were my favorite pair to travel in because I don't like wearing shorts when I travel. These pants have worn a lot and washed a lot. And then I had these are amazing. They are, again, light. What you want is lightweight. I don't weigh my things. I know some travelers weigh every single item that goes in their suitcase. I don't do that. I can tell just from holding things if they're going to be a good fit or not. These pants I found in the old town in Nice last June, I think, as I was traveling with tour members, and it was so hot and we were all buying clothing because nothing we had brought was cool enough. So these little pants were $20 in some shop. And had I known how much I was going to use these pants last summer and this summer, I would have bought 2 pairs. I was wise to pick the navy blue dark ones with just some very thin stripes of light gray because that makes them dressy. I can wear them. They're like, it's like wearing wind. They're super lightweight, super comfortable, and because they're wide-legged like this, they're wide at the bottom, they look really dressy. You can wear them with sandals, you can wear them with tennis shoes, and they have been, so these were my dressy pants on this trip because I had that pretty orange top I showed you, and I can tell you this pretty shirt, sleeveless shirt on top of these pants with a pretty scarf and a nice necklace and pretty earrings, it looked really good. So those were the pants. The only ones I didn't wear, I always have a pair of jeans because that's my rainy weather gear. But I bring nice jeans, well cut, nice color, darker jeans. I don't bring ripped jeans, or especially if I'm working, but even if I'm not. And these are wonderful jeans by one of my favorite brands from Western France called Misaine. They make nautical looking clothes. They're pretty high-waisted. They're very pretty in the back, and they have wide legs also, and they look really good with sandals. It didn't rain enough. I got caught by the rain in Bordeaux. You may remember that. One night I was wearing my blue shorts. I never got to wear my jeans, so they came back as clean as they had left because it was too hot, just too hot to wear jeans. Okay, so this is enough about clothing. Let's see if you have questions. So yeah, so you probably have your favorite brands. You probably have favorite brands like REI. I saw the name REI has great clothes. I really like Eddie Bauer in the United States. I think they've really upped their game. I think they have some really nice travel clothes now that will last forever. I still have some of the shorts or tops that I bought with them years ago. So anything lightweight and easy to clean, if you have to clean in your sink, is good. Think lightweight and you'll be in good shape. Let's see. Packing cubes. So I told you my bag can fit on the same bag, on the same side, my tops and then the underwear packing cube. It can also fit this one, which I call my miscellaneous packing cube. This one has a lot of things. I know some people asked about meds and what I bring. So this is my pouch. This is the emergency pouch. This is where I go to find all my small things in one place. Whatever I'm looking for, it's usually in here. All I have to do is grab it and it's in there. So just to show you, I have always travel with earplugs. In fact, sometimes I wear them at home as well. Take those off. Earplugs. I also like to have a face mask, and because this is the one I use all the time, to me it's comforting because it feels like I'm at home. In the summer it's really bright, very late and very early in the morning, and I need this to sleep. I'm a very light sleeper. I know some people prefer to travel with tape and they close off, curtains in their hotel rooms and lights and so forth. I find it easier to just wear one of these and my little earplugs. I would not travel without my earplugs, especially since I stay in affordable hotels, like 2-star hotels. Somebody asked about meds. Well, I'm pretty easy with meds here. I have my prescription meds that fit in this little pill box. Easy. I have just an assortment of rubber bands. No, not rubber bands, Band-Aids, sorry. I have an assortment of Band-Aids. I made my own pack because I am a walker. I walk hours every day. I will talk about shoes in a minute. And the last thing I want is to have problems on my feet, blisters and so forth. So I have a huge variety of Band-Aids that work for me in here. Very, very important. I could buy them at a pharmacy if I needed them, but sometimes I don't have time to go, so I have them with me. I have a bottle of essential oil called Ravensara. I will put it in the notes as well. I don't know what you call it over there, Ravensara. This essential oil is excellent when you have a sore throat. When I was a public speaker in Seattle and when I did long travel workshops, I would talk to people for about 6 hours a day. I would take some of this, a couple drops in some honey before the day started, and then again a couple drops at the end of the day. This will soothe a sore throat, an irritated throat in a matter of minutes. I never go anywhere without this essential oil. I really like it. And then finally, I can go to any pharmacy in France. They're usually open. They're great if I need meds. But in my family, everybody travels or has at home this miracle medication we call Efferalgan. Efferalgan with vitamin C. It's something you put, it's a tablet you put in water. It's all fizzy and it tastes awful. But this is really the best cure for at the start of a cold, if you're starting to get chills, if you have a fever. This stuff is like magic. I even advised tour members to use it last year. So this is it for meds. That's all I have. My prescription meds, that essential oil, this magical stuff, and the, I don't know if this qualifies as meds, Band-Aids. What else do I have in here? Little sewing kit. It's come in handy before. Stuff to clean my glasses very well because I have something to wipe them with, but this is the magical stuff. So I have that in here. Those of you who wear glasses every day, all the time, know what I'm talking about. This is really handy. It's the laundry soap sheets. So I have this as a backup, and I've used them on this trip actually. But what I tend to do when I wash my clothes in the sink, like that underwear I showed you earlier, is one thing I always bring with me, always on a trip, is, we'll talk about cosmetics in a minute, but this is what I always bring. So this is a soap case, and I treat myself to a really nice bar of soap. The one I've used on this trip that's practically gone now, but was delightful, was a very natural soap bar with lavender and lemon that I picked up at Pike Place Market in Seattle in January for my touring season. Well, I didn't have a touring season, but I had some traveling to do this summer. So it was lovely because I use it. I don't always like what the hotels give you for, in the shower, and I prefer using my own soap. I can use this as well to clean my underwear in the sink. I think it's nice to always have a bar of soap. It's a little bulky. You can find smaller ones. In France, they're harder to find, but always have your bar of soap. I also have a flashlight. You never know when you're going to need that. I've actually used it on this trip on a couple of occasions. I have a Tide to-go stick for stains. Always have a good one. A couple of those little wipes for my phone screen and computer when it gets really gross. It's nice to clean it. And I think that's about it. That's about all I have in there. The rest is, an extra bar soap I picked up at a hotel because I really liked it. So this is my miscellaneous pouch where I have, when I look for this stuff, I know it's there. I go straight into it and I find it. So no waste of time. So voila. Another thing that would be inside this one is this. You can see I'm a big pouch person, but that's the only way I know how to function when I go really fast. Yeah, that's because I bought the soap at Pike Place Market because my son lives in Seattle or used to live in Seattle, and I was there in January for the big guide workshop that Rick Steves Europe has every year. So I spent 3 weeks in Seattle and a few days in California visiting my kid in college. That's why I bought it there. Also, those soaps at Pike Place Market are really good, and I knew the person who makes them. They're awesome. So this is my favorite little pouch. This little pouch is called my picnic pouch. And my picnic pouch, you may have seen it in photos that I share from the road. The picnic pouch is what saved my life on many occasions. Contrary to popular belief, tour guides don't always eat out. And we don't get to eat out with our tour members every night, which is fortunate because we need a few nights to recover from the eating and the drinking, and we like nothing more than staying in our room and relaxing, preparing our notes for the next day, and having a little picnic. So when you want to do that, what you need is, this is very old, I've had this for quite a few years. It's a little cutlery set, plastic. So I wash it, it's ready to go again. There's a fork, a knife, and a spoon. I thought it was broken. No, it's not broken. Good. So thank God, because I like it. So the little cutlery set always with me. My corkscrew, my bottle opener, because I don't like going downstairs and asking for one at the hotel, and I pick up a bottle if I want to, or share it with a tour guide friend, and voila. And my favorite picnic knife in the whole entire world, which is Opinel. I always have a knife on me because, not unless I visit museums, because that's a big no-no, but to peel an apple, to slice ham, and those are really the three things I need to have a great picnic, either on the go, at the beach, or in my room. And so this little pouch I would have typically in my day bag, because you never know when you're going to stop somewhere and have a picnic. If I'm traveling solo, during this trip, this was in my backpack that I showed you earlier. So I think this is it for the side of the suitcase that had all the packing cubes. You can see I fit a lot in these. Ziploc bags, I see the names. Yes, absolutely. It's always great to have a couple of Ziploc bags to carry stuff, or just empty ones that you might need. This Ziploc bag has a large size and a small size Ziploc bags, which I've used before in emergencies. I also have a couple of little trash bags. You never know when you're going to need them, especially with those face masks. One thing I always take with me, whether I do laundry, if I have to do laundry at a laundromat, is those, I forgot what you call them, those sheets that you put in there so colors don't bleed. I have prevented some pretty big disasters, I'm convinced, by using these. So I would usually take 5 or 6 with me, and they would be in there. So Ziploc bags, by all means, excellent. And then you don't need to buy maybe pouches as I do. But in the States, you have those great stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls where you can buy all these things for next to nothing. Okay, so we've talked about clothes. Let's finish up with shoes. What time is it? Good. If you get bored, feel free to go. Especially gentlemen, maybe they're really bored here. So shoes. The shoes are my problem because I love to walk. I'm a walker. And I can't stand the thought of not having comfortable shoes or shoes that fit the occasion. So I find it very hard to travel with fewer than 4 pair of shoes in the summer. That's a lot of shoes, especially if you travel as I do in a carry-on size bag. So the shoes that you have to have are shoes for rainy weather because it can happen anytime, and I don't like to be wearing sandals if it starts raining. So I always have a pair. They're not made for rain, but they are my best shoes in the summer for rain. And those are white sneakers, which, as you've probably heard, have been all the rage in Paris and the rest of France for years now. Remember in the 80s when they told Americans not to wear sneakers, white sneakers? Well, think again. These are by a French brand called Quintessence. It's a small company that is based in Western France, and during the lockdown they were really struggling. They had a sale online, and that's vegan leather, and I ordered a pair and I love them. The night I got soaked in Bordeaux, if you remember, with the storm, in the morning I really thought they had shrunk. They didn't seem to like the rain that much, but they recovered beautifully. So for the rain and to be comfortable in general, or to be on the train, I like to have sneakers, and that's my must-have option, at least in the summer. For evening wear, a nice pair of sandals, and they have to be super lightweight and they have to be super compact. So this is a French brand, again from Western France, called TBS. Very good stuff. They make lots of boat shoes. I love these sandals because they are padded here on the heel, and they are brown and black. So brown and black means they go with everything. So I've worn them in the evenings when I wanted to switch a little bit from what I was wearing, and I've really enjoyed them. When I was a tour guide last year and traveling around France, I would not have brought these possibly. I would have brought my Marine, M-A-R-I-N-E, made in Brittany sandals. Marine sandals are beautiful. They're sold all over France, and usually they come in pretty colors. It's like rope on top, so you can get them wet. They're waterproof and they dry very quickly. I picked mine to be black. I'll do this so you can see. They're really pretty. I picked mine in black, and they were my dressy shoes in the evenings during the summer, and I could wear them during the day as well. They're great, comfortable shoes, and once I wore them as I was paddling in a canoe, and they dried in a matter of hours. So really good, nice shoes to have. But this time I did not use them. I had the other sandals. But you need a really good pair you're going to wear all day. If you're going to walk as much as I walk, as much as a lot of people walk in Paris every day, for example, you need to figure out what pair of shoes, no matter what the season is, works for you. So for me, this summer, I went back to the pair that I had worn throughout the touring season all of last year. And that pair of shoes is by Jambu, J-A-M-B-U. They come in many colors. They are also on the French Girl Seattle blog. If you go to the boutique, you will find them in Travel Essentials. They are the cutest shoes. They are Mary Jane's. They look adorable. They have some really nice details on them. Can you see? Look at that. And they are so padded and so comfortable. They're practically indestructible. And I tell you, with the heat wave we had, if I'd had to choose just one pair of shoes, those are the ones I would have kept, because I wore them literally every day. So that's how I ended up with 4 pairs. I had the sandals, I showed you the leather sandals, the sneakers for rain, these blue Jambus, and pair number 4. I always bring them with me. These are old, very old Teva flip-flops. Now the French don't wear flip-flops unless they're at the beach. I found them years ago in Hawaii, and I like that they're a little high, and ever since then they've been coming with me on all my trips. They're great to go in hotel rooms. I don't like to walk on the carpets. I wear them as soon as I arrive at the hotel. I'll wear them if I have to go downstairs. If I'm on my own, it's no big deal. I won't wear them in the street usually, but if I had to go to the beach or to the pool, I would have them. So that's how come I end up. But again, this is super light. This is super compact. I put a rubber band around them, and they fit inside a little pouch in my suitcase without any problem. So that's pair number 4. Now you know why I end up with 4 pairs. Okay, we've been going for 45 minutes, and I think I'm getting close to the end of my little presentation, if that's a presentation. The Jambu in the rain. Well, I had to clean the ones I wore for 6 months, or almost 6 months, through the whole summer, at least last year. And when I cleaned the outside, it did fine, but eventually the color just kind of faded. So they wouldn't do that well, because you can see holes. It's holes everywhere. That's why they're so great in hot weather. So I would not recommend to wear them in the rain. In fact, mine were pretty much destroyed. The top was destroyed and the interior was destroyed at the end of the season. So I ordered a new pair that I had shipped to Seattle that I picked up when I was there in Edmonds in January. And I was going to wear them on the road this summer. I ended up wearing them anyway. So this is actually my second pair. If you're going to have a big long season, summer season traveling, you'd probably need to replace them every year or so because they will get dirty eventually and they're hard to clean. I'm trying to see if there's some comments. Yeah, there's some great brands of sandals out there. And, you know, shoes are a very personal decision. It really depends on what you like, the comfort level you care for, how much you walk. As you know, I'm a big walker, so for me, shoes come first. I would choose the shoes before I choose anything else, and they would have to be very comfortable shoes. I would put the money in a good pair of shoes. Okay, so we've talked about clothes, we've talked about shoes, we've talked about packing cubes, we've talked about, we haven't talked about this. No, I have to talk about this. I also haven't mentioned scarves. I did not bring 4 scarves. I have a collection of scarves. I'm French after all. I always bring 2. I bring one that goes with everything I own, almost everything I wear for every day. I get colds easily, so I always have a scarf with me. The scarf can be used if you fly, on the train when it gets chilly. It can be used everywhere. Sometimes I use it to sit on it if I'm in a questionable place and I want to sit on something. So I would never leave the house without a scarf every day. And then I'll have a dressy one for the evenings based on the outfit that I picked for the evening. When we do the full edition of this presentation, at Terry's request, I will talk about the fall outfits that I had, or the cold weather outfits I had for dressy outfits, and this was the dressy scarf. It's a Petrus. I don't know if you know the brand, from Bordeaux. Those are handmade scarves. They're not cheap. And this beautiful scarf I picked up in Amboise as a late birthday present to myself last year, and it's just amazing. It looks like a stained glass window. There's a woman in the middle, and the colors are just beautiful. And because my dressy sweater was gold colored, kind of a gold color, it was beautiful on it. So always 2 scarves, a dressy one and a more relaxed one. Cosmetics. This is the women's talk, guys, sorry. I would not be the one to tell you to not bring any cosmetics. Again, I think this is a personal decision. I think you know how many beauty products you need and what you'd like to bring, even if you have to save space by not taking something else. I travel with these 2 pouches. This one has my, what do you call these, like products, and these are the products I use at home. There's some toothpaste, there's the deodorant. The face cream is sunscreen. It's this great French brand called La Roche-Posay, which you can buy in pharmacies or para-pharmacies or Monoprix. It's a 30 SPF. I love the size of this thing. It's only halfway empty and I've been using it for a month. So this is my face cream. That's what I used for the duration of the trip on my skin every morning. But see how small it is? So size, of course, would be a concern. I would take smaller size products that I use normally. Yves Rocher is a French brand I use a lot. I might write a blog post about that because many people don't know Yves Rocher outside of France. So this was my shampoo. I had the same thing for the conditioner, small size again. Toothpaste and toothbrush, so I can fit more in here. There's also body lotion, so I can fit more in here. I would have that in the bathroom wherever I was every day. And then this is my Longchamp pouch that I've had for years, and I use that for makeup. And I don't wear a lot of makeup on vacation, but I can have some Q-tips in there. I have my little makeup brush kit, which I've had for years. And I just take that with me, a couple of eyeshadows, some concealer, that's the concealer, some powder if I need it, mascara if I need it in the evening, and that's a pencil. That's about it. So you know, neither of these pouches is really full, but I could maybe even bring them together in one. But I like to work with them the way they are, the makeup one, and then the one for the other things. Now, one thing I love to do, and I did on this trip, I'm really proud of myself. You know how you go to places like Sephora and they give you all these great samples of really nice products, and you end up keeping them at home, but you never use them. So what I like to do, I could not do it on this trip because I was gone for 4 weeks. But if I was going for a week or less than that, I would bring a lot of these. I would bring those samples, select the ones I need, like face creams, shampoo, and I would just go through them throughout the trip. Because then I feel like I'm helping the situation at home where there's a lot of clutter already, even in this small space. And at the same time, these are really good products. So using these samples that you toss as you go is a really great idea. So I brought a few on this trip, but see, I still have a few to use. So I'll be working through these. My goal is to be done with them before the end of this year, and I will be. So this is what I would do for cosmetics. And I think we're getting there. Ah, yes, I forgot the jackets. All right, so we still have jackets and this, and then I'll be taking questions if you have them. I'm sorry I haven't been reading. It's hard to read from where I stand. You can find that Longchamp pouch in all the department stores in the United States. It was at Nordstrom in Seattle. It's been around forever, and you have the matching, you know, it's that line they call pliage. I love it. I mean, you can just wipe it down when it's dirty. And it's very pretty. I've gotten it as gifts for friends over the years. It's a gift I've brought back from France very often for my girlfriends. You can use it for anything. I had it in my car for a long time, actually. So, you know, Longchamp is always a good idea. We are left with tech stuff and jackets. Jackets are hard. Jackets are always hard because it really depends on the trip and what the occasions are going to be, what you're going to do. In the summer, I like to bring a denim jacket, but not just any denim jacket. I like pretty denim jackets, and I like to dress them up. So even if I'm wearing a denim jacket in the evening in a restaurant with my pretty scarf, like this one, for example, it's going to look really good. And I always dress up my denim jackets with a little, you see the glasses on this one? I picked that up at a market a while back. So this denim jacket is really cute. It's again from the same brand as that Mas de Misaine from Western France. See, it's got some really pretty sleeves, and you can find that pattern on the collar as well. So that's what I call a dressy denim jacket. So in the summer, I will always travel with this because even if it rains a little bit, it will protect me. Now, if I was going to, if I was going to meet clients, if I had a fancy occasion, I would not want to wear a denim jacket. So instead of my denim jacket, I might have brought this Bose jacket that I've had for years. It's cotton and linen. You know Bose, the British brand. I love their stuff. So this is cotton and linen. It looks like a denim jacket, but it's not a denim jacket. I used to wear it for work. It's the same color as denim, right? But then see the pattern? So always you have those colorful touches. So if I'd had some fancy occasions, I might have brought this one instead of the denim jacket, but I didn't. So I just brought the first one. And the second jacket I like to bring is for rain. This time I did not use it at all. I mean, in Bordeaux, I got the rain. I didn't have it with me. It was an adventure, but it was fine. And then it didn't rain. So I did not use it, but I know I will on other trips, and it's always with me. Again, you will think I am endorsed by Uniqlo, but I'm not. I'm not making anything out of Uniqlo here. This is a parka that Uniqlo sells. It's a short parka. I don't know if you can tell, but it's short. And I picked the navy blue this year. Last year, as I toured for a while. I had the cream colored one because I thought it looked dressier, and I wore it a lot. The problem was it's a windbreaker and it's waterproof and it looks dressy. So you can't lose on with this baby. And the problem was it was so light, the color was so light that it got dirty very quickly. So I ended up washing it after each tour. And then eventually the water treatment that was on it just went away and it wasn't protecting me at all. I got soaked in Nice because the jacket wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So this year I went back and picked up a navy blue one because I figured, again, navy blue is so easy. So that's what I would have. So on this trip I had my denim jacket, which I wore, especially on trains and chilly places. And then I had the parka for rain, wind. If I'd gone on a beach in the wind in Normandy, etc., that would have been perfect with a sweater underneath because you want to do layers, layers, layers. So this would have been great with that lightweight sweater I brought that I showed you, also from Uniqlo. But see how good navy blue and army green look together with a nice little scarf. You can't lose. It's very easy to do. I think we're getting there, guys. Electronics. Somebody asked earlier. When I tour with tour members, when I toured in my other life last year before the world came to an end, I only brought my iPad. I did not need to write blog posts. I did not need to write periods. So I could do my tour accounting, look up information on my iPad. That's all I would have brought. But this summer, I've been traveling with my iPad, which I use to watch movies, for example, and my 11-inch MacBook Air, because I cannot blog if I don't have my beloved 11-inch MacBook Air. So those would be my two pieces of equipment. I did not use a camera. Many people have asked me, what are you using for your photos? I bought a new iPhone a few months ago and I did not want to splurge on the newer models that cost over €1,000 here. I bought the new SE, the SE 2020, and it has served me well. I have loved the photos I have taken and there was no need for me to spend any more money on a phone or a camera. So that's what I've been using. I had a selfie stick when I live streamed, a microphone like the one I'm wearing. But a couple of things I always have with me. This is an Anker, A-N-K-E-R. It's a pretty well-known brand backup battery. I love this size. This baby can recharge my iPhone or something else very quickly, very efficiently, several times in a row. It's also on the French Girl in Seattle boutique. If you want to look at the exact one, it's there. So always have that in my day bag. I have, these are also in the boutique, I think, and I use them all the time. I don't know how to pronounce that brand, B-O-S-E. In France, we say Bose, so I don't know how you say it over there, but it's really good quality. I've had this set for years. And I use it when I Zoom with my French students. I use it all the time, so that's always with me. Selfie stick I already mentioned for live streaming or filming. Because I watch movies in my room at night, I love this speaker, which I've had for years as well. Same brand, Bose. And it's also in the boutique, the French Girl in Seattle boutique. It is waterproof and it's not too heavy. The sound is amazing. And I could have a party and use this little thing in a fairly small room. It would work great. I can also attach it to my bag if I was walking out in the wild and wanting some background music. I could do that. So I use it to listen to music, watch movies. When I don't want to bring this big guy, I have a tiny little one. That's about €20. I bought it in Chamonix in the French Alps last year. The brand is Lexon, L-E-X-O-N. And you know, it's not bad at all. The sound is actually quite good, and look at the size of this baby. So this one came on tour with me quite a bit last year. But on this trip I wanted, because I was gone for 4 weeks, I wanted the best one, so I brought this one. And this is it. I've made it! I think I've covered everything. All right, so now we may have some questions. Thank you for staying with me. Goodness. No, I don't need the iPhone iPro. I'm very happy with mine. Thank you. My friends wanted me to buy that new iPhone, but I'm going to stick with mine for now. Any questions? Comments? I know you've been chatting with each other, so I'll go back to the comment section and watch later. Yes, you did. My house is a big mess. I mean, my house, you're very kind. It's a studio. But yes, it's a mess. So now I have to repack everything. The suitcase battery works great. Yes, you charge it before the trip. You put it back in there. And I've very often, when I traveled on business in the corporate world the last 4 years, I would be in an airport and people were fighting to get places to plug in their phones, and I'd just be sitting in my little corner with a coffee, my feet up on the suitcase, and the suitcase would be charging my laptop or my phone. So I highly recommend it. It's a smart suitcase. It works really well. Love my Anker rechargeable battery also. Yeah, I know it's a great brand, isn't it? Travel books or digital resources. I do both. I like to prepare the trip in advance. So on this trip, when I stayed in a city, I would go for the small books because I like having those. I've had them for a couple years. Bordeaux, for example, or Toulouse. This was Lonely Planet. This was Michelin. In Brittany, I used paper because I was there for 2 weeks and I was exploring the region. And this is a French publisher that's not well known outside of France. It's called Le Routard, Routard. It's like the Rick Steves in France. Great books. So I do research online as well. And then I put everything in the notes in my iPhone. So I have the information. And because I'm looking at real estate, in some of the cities I've been to, this is Paris Pratique. You always hear me mentioning this. This little book where you have the list of streets and then you can find them in big maps of each arrondissement. So it's really easy to find specific streets in Paris. Those actually exist for other cities. Lyon, Toulouse, Bordeaux. So I have brought these in a couple of cities I was interested in because I was looking up real estate properties, and so these have come in really handy as well. I'm sure I'll see your questions afterwards. There may have been questions. I probably missed a lot of them. I apologize. Well, I hope this has been interesting to you. I know it's been running for an hour, so I'll just wait a few more minutes to see if you have more questions and then we'll wrap up. Thank you so much again for following my adventures this summer. It's been a lot of fun. And there will be more adventures back in Paris, of course. You can count on that. So, do you see any other questions? Are we good? Okay, good. You're welcome. You're welcome, friends. Thank you for staying with me. I know it was a long one. I'm going to need that essential oil for my throat now because I've been talking for an hour. Thank you very much. You're the best club members in the world. Thank you. So I will see you again soon, and I am preparing a little one last blog post about the trip. It's Lyon. I went to the top of the Fourvière Hill, and then I went to the rooftops of the Basilica. And I took a few really nice little pictures and also a short video for you. So I'll be putting that together in a blog post and probably sending it before Sunday evening. I'm going to see my parents tomorrow. Okay? So thank you very much, friends. À bientôt. Merci.